welcome to day 3 of Alex and TJ's most excellent adventure. We have finally made it to Saint Jean Pied de Port here in the southwestern part of France, and tomorrow we will start our pilgrimage.
We just went and got our pilgrimage passport, where we will get all the stamps.
Each place you stop and spend the night, you get a stamp, and then as you get within 100 miles of the Camino Santiago, the final spot, you have to have not only a place you stayed stamp, but a place you've eaten, so 2 stamps a day. But for now, just 1 stamp. We're at the beginning, and if you're joining us, welcome to the grand adventure here. We are trying to keep these short and sweet, but Alex is going to help edit some of these. We're doing what's called the Camino Frances, so we start here. It's called the French Way. We start in France. Millions of pilgrims have walked this since the Middle Ages, so we're not the first, and it certainly won't be the last, but it is a little sporty right now with COVID. Explain what you heard today.
Every one of the albergues, which is where they're normally volunteer run, that's where you would sleep at each stop. They're volunteer run, just bunk bed, bedrooms, just tons of people. All the beds are cut in half, so if there's like 200, there's only 100, and so that might make it very challenging. We're gonna have to call ahead. We'll figure it out though.
Figure it out, or we'll sleep on the streets or on the roads.
Or we're on the streets or the roads. So.
All good. But if you really want to see a good movie about the Camino, it's called The Way with Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez. It's an older movie. You can rent it on Amazon Prime, but it's a pretty cool movie. A lot of people say it's changed their lives. That's not necessarily why we're doing this. A leader and mentor of mine, Lieutenant General retired Siemens, used to call it mental floss when he was out jogging. So this is kind of like a very long mental floss for us to be able to walk this during Alex's sophomore to junior gap for college. And since I just retired after 30 years in the Army, I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up. So this should help solve some of those life mysteries. But we are going to try and keep this short and go on this. We chose the channel Crumb Snatcher Travel. You want to explain that?
Crumb Snatcher Travels is a reference to my brother, and we always call him the Crumb Snatcher because if you leave anything on the table, or even if it's still in your hands, he will
steal that.
Steal it.
We call him the Crumb Snatcher. He'll steal it,
yeah.
Whether you like it or not. He's always happy. You may not be, but he'll take your drink or he'll take your sandwich. And so Drew, if you're watching this, we love you, buddy. Right?
Yep. Crumb Snatcher.
Crumb Snatcher Travel. We thought that would be a good, a good place to start, keeping Drew in mind. So anyway, we plan to snatch as many crumbs as we possibly can, both literally and figuratively, on this trip, and just snatch as many great memories, cultural, culinary, just father-son time. It should be great.
It'll be a great time. So, and stay tuned for more views like this.
Yeah, this is a great view in the background. Today we left Biarritz in France, and then we jumped on a bus. We went to the bus to a train, mega train. Got off in what was it called? Bayonne. We got off in Bayonne. Alex introduced Alex to Doner Kebabs.
Doner Kebabs, dude.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Yeah, you destroyed that thing.
Yeah.
Really good chow.
I'll give you a sneak peek of that right after our intro.
And then we jumped on a regional train, which was stuck like Chuck for some reason. They were having some more kind of, maybe not a strike issue, but it was fun to get down here. We finally got down here this evening. We checked in, and we're in a place that was built in 1896, really old but beautiful.
Got a cool key with the 6 on it.
Got a cool key. Got a beautiful background. We've checked in at the Pilgrim office. We plan to rock and roll, so stay tuned. Tomorrow starts the Camino for Alex and I. Thanks, and we'll see you on the hike. So Alex and I are eating very well. We're going to need to start this hike soon. We had an incredible Basque breakfast in Biarritz before heading out on a bus to the train station to get to Bayonne. And once we reached Bayonne, I found a really cool doner kebab joint. And Alex,
as soon as we got off, Dad beelined it to this doner kebab joint and said I had to try one, and I don't regret a thing. I will continue to try them as soon as I see them, because they were delicious.
And then, of course, we then got over on a regional train and hit Saint Jean Pied de Port, and it was pretty cool. Lots of cyclists and so forth.
Here we are arriving in Pitapur, and the train ride contained tons of awesome views, and we decided to explore.
And part of that exploring was at St. John itself, and we found the city gates and the cathedral, as well as the citadel walls. So it's pretty neat.
Here we are getting our passport for stamps along the Camino.
And that's the pilgrimage passport, along with, of course, our U.S. passport. But along the way, we'll get stamps at each albergue and each place that we eat.
And here's a favorite picture of the day.
Yeah, that's right. Kind of the end of the day here at St. John before we start the hike tomorrow.
So, all right, stay tuned.